We are down on the Bayou as you get a look inside the Superdome here in New Orleans. Tonight, we start Week 9 with a primetime matchup between the Carolina Panthers and the New Orleans Saints. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Smith will come in motion right.
19 tight, 19 tight.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Flushed out right. And incomplete to open things up.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Airing it out deep for Smith. It got his man complete. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2. 2nd and 11. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Saints will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no thought of a return here for Hines. First and 10 for the Panthers as Corral gets him set at their 25-yard line. And they'll start on the ground with Hubbard. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and attack them and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
13 yards, first down, Panthers. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, you know, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, you know, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Corral with it on first down. There's Trimble, the tight end. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be second down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
Fakes the handoff here. Corral. He'll find his man, Terrace Marshall, complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 28. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On first down, it's Corral. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Naeem Hines, his first carry. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On 3rd down, Corral. And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Gonzalez's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win. But we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together, they've got a chance of coming out with a W.
Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll set up to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Chuba Hubbard, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers have moved out in front. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Charles, you got to think the #1 goal here is ball security. Remember, last drive they coughed it up. Then they allowed the touchdown, and now they're trailing on the scoreboard.
Boy, the way you described it makes me think that that one actually hurt them 3 times. The fumble cost them potential points. Then they watched their opponent get a touchdown off of the fumble. And third, they lost the lead as a result. Really tough sequence right there. I don't think coaches have to remind them to hold on to the football. They just got to find a way to get it done.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's second down. The Saints at 2-6 now on the year. Yeah, they've lost 3 straight here. It kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak. And right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward. Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
The former ASU Sun Devil, Eno Benjamin with it. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. A gain of 3, second down. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught. His second catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up 3rd down now. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. On the counter, here's Kamara. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Saints are once again back in front. What's good on the extra point? And the lead is now 14-10. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They run with Hines. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through. And that's a nice job to hold him just a couple and force the 3rd down.
So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. They'll try and run for this with Hubbard. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
Switching it up, Corral going to throw here. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. A gain of 8 there on the play. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
For Marshall, that's complete. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that'll bring up 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away.
Deontay Hardy deep for New Orleans.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football.
He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. Chris Olave, 94 yards. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Now they come into this one with an 0-8 record. The playoffs obviously out the window weeks ago. For now, their season boils down really to one question. How do we come up with that first win?
It's a great question, and I do think that they'll get it because they've been close a few times. But in order to get it done, morale has to stay high, so a lot of that goes on the coaching staff. You know, easy to coach when you're 7-1. That's a piece of cake. But with their record right now, how do they manage to keep these guys going in the right direction? And they're going to need some help from some of those veterans in the locker room as well.
Now after the sack, you got Corral and the Panthers here staring at a tough play, 3rd and long.
Moore, the man in motion. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
Corral to throw, 1st and 10.
That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
On 1st down, Corral.
And this one is incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Now Marshall coming in motion right.
Again, it's Corral.
He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Saints are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Back to throw here. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. They'll throw now on the final play. Escaping the pressure right. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half.
No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start calling back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
They'll run out of the gun. It's Hubbard.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Well, they went back to him, but the results were similar, so I highly doubt that he'll get another opportunity here on 3rd and long.
3rd and long. Here's Corral.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
We're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Here's Hardy set to return. It's a 40-yard punt, but they lose yardage on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They begin on the ground with Kamara. They find some open field here. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
First and 10 for the Panthers as Corral gets them set
at their own 25-yard line.
Off play action. Here's Corral.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
On second down, here's a run with Hubbard.
They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Corral.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 12 yards on third down as the drive rolls on.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they've wanted to contain him in this game. He's seen some places where he can beat them in big spots, and right there, he slides in with ease for the first down.
Here's Corral on first down.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average.
He's got a man, complete.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And he's got his man on the out route.
From the 5, second and 4. Corral on second down.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Now they'll put a receiver in motion left.
On third down, here's a run by Hubbard.
And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown.
Chuba Hubbard.
His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year.
And the Panthers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
He's doing his part, but still facing a sizable deficit.
And he would like to do more, but he needs help from the other 2/3, right? He needs his defense to bow up a little bit, and he also needs special teams to maybe create some big plays and help them get back in it.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
They'll look to throw now on first down. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
On first down, they'll start out with Hubbard. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, second down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap? Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
On third down, here's Corral.
Taking a shot here for Marshall. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And they will take over first and 10.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
And running room for Kamara on first down as he takes us forward. It's a gain of 7 there on first down. 2nd and 3 coming up.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
2nd and 3. And he will find his man on the outside. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 39.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the fourth. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
But you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
75 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Second down, another chance for Hubbard.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
On the play fake, Corral.
He's going to look deep for more. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick.
And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. Well, time, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, for that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage is in lockdown mode everywhere.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield, and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Dante Jackson picks it. There he goes right side. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And now this fourth quarter becoming very interesting. That pick 6 makes this a one-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game, and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. He'll drop to throw. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. He's having a big game through the air, and sometimes those smart decisions just dump it off. That's how you continue to have big games through the air.
I agree totally. That's a great analogy, a great way to put it, because he doesn't get too greedy where everything has to be pushed downfield, trying to create big plays that aren't there. You dump it off and take that nice gain, and things add up, and now you have the kind of game he's having.
Got an open man. It's Olave. Touchdown. Chris Olave with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Saints look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they'll run on 1st down with Hubbard. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And Corral will throw it. He's going to look deep for more. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Fourth down, here's Corral. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Slot man moves right.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. This will be caught at about the 6. Touchdown, Saints.
Chris Olave.
An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Saints have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter.
Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Corral being chased out left, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sag.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Corral from the gun on 3rd down.
Throw left side complete. That's Marshall. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 4th down.
Fourth down, desperation time. Here's Corral.
He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. And they'll indeed take a knee. So this one a victory here for New Orleans. And a little bit of a surprise, they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ball.